Welcome to Company Showcase, an advertising feature on HowStreet.com.
I'm Jim Goddard. I'm speaking with Jim Pettit, CEO and President of Aben Resources. Welcome back to the show, Jim.
Thank you very much.
Jim, you just put out a news release. What's in it?
Well, it's the results from the 3 holes that we drilled on the south boundary zone. That's about 1.5 kilometers south of the north boundary zone where we're concentrating on this year, where all our drilling, except for those 3 holes, are in the north boundary zone. North boundary zone is where we hit some incredibly high grade. We did last year. We followed it up this year, and then with some more step out holes on our after that first hole we came out with, which was incredibly high grade. We did some step out holes. Came out with, I think it was about 8 holes around it. That was good news. The market did sell off a little bit, but that had more to do with probably the time of year than anything, because they were good results, and the market did bounce back very well. And then, when we were doing our work in the north boundary zone, we actually moved the rig to the south boundary zone to give us some time to get some assays back on the north boundary, so our geos had something to work with and could help guide the program. And while we were drilling those 3 holes down south, the mineralization was pretty outstanding. We could tell we were in a really good zone. We did do a press release on it, and we just got the results back. We put them out this morning. The tenor of the gold in the core is really good. There's a lot of it. It's not high grade like what we hit in the north boundary zone. Matter of fact, on pretty much all 3 holes, it's basically from trace to 5 grams at the high end. But the amount of mineralization throughout the hole is really telling. If I would encourage people, if they take a look at the news release and click on the cross sections of the holes, and you can see the tenor of the gold throughout, and that's pretty telling. The core itself, it's I don't know, it's telling us there's something there, telling us we need to go back and drill more, for sure. These 3 holes were the result of a geochem anomaly as well as an old geophysical EM anomaly. So what we've hit is probably just the edge of it. We think we could go back and do a lot better next year, which we will. We have now flown the whole valley, actually, with the new EM airborne 50-meter spacing. That's going to be a wealth of knowledge for us, because really the program's been really based on geochem, with the exception of this one small area that had a bit of an old geophysical survey done on it. I think there's more to be seen there, to be honest with you, and so I'm quite happy with it. The market did again sell off, just like it did on the last news, but it's recovering. It looks like it's recovering. It's very well bid. I'm pretty pleased with it all. I think so far what we're seeing is a sort of a different reaction in our market than we did last year. When you put out news, it became a selling event, a liquidity event to get out, because of the timing of, it's coming to the end of the season, et cetera, et cetera. I think we've got news coming out probably through well into December. We've got 24 more holes to report on, as is stated in the news release. And they'll come out, probably over, the next month and a half to 2 months, for sure. So, I think there's lots of news to be had.
Jim, for people new to Aben Resources, what are you all about?
Well, we've got 3 projects. This is the main flagship property in the Forrest Kerr area. The Golden Triangle area of BC, northwestern BC. It is certainly it draws the most attention. That particular area is well known for its past discoveries and current discoveries, and is definitely well known for high grades. That's evidenced by the Snip mine, the Eskay Creek mine, now the Bruce Jack mine. It's pretty amazing. The Bruce Jack mine actually probably created about $2 billion in value for investors. So that's the potential in this area. And our other projects, we've got one in the Yukon, Justin, which is tied on to Golden Predator, right on strike with their 3 Aces ore body. We'll have some news probably in November about that. We've got assays coming from some trenching work that we did this year, like just a 10-day program. And we've got a project in Saskatchewan called the Chico, which can be drilled in the winter. Obviously, that's why we picked that one up, to give us something to do through the winter and help support the market price. And it's just south of Claude Resources, or what was Claude Resources, now the SSR property, south of the CB and Santoy deposits. And SSR has picked up all the land on an option agreement between those deposits and our property. And they're doing an amazing amount of drilling there. I think in total it's about 40,000 meters of drilling, but in the new option ground it's I think it's about 18,000 meters of drilling. And we're watching carefully what they're doing. We're paying attention to their discovery model that they're using. And I think by the time we get ready to go in there, probably in February, we're going to be well prepared.
Jim, where's Aben Resources traded?
Well, Aben's traded on the TSX Venture under the symbol ABN.V. We're traded in the U.S. OTC QB, actually, ABN AF, and in Frankfurt E2L2.
And if people wanted more information about the company?
They can go directly to the website. It's a great website full of info, or they can call Aben at 604-687-3376 and ask for Don Myers.
Jim, thank you so much for the update.
You bet. Thanks.
I've been speaking with Jim Pettit, CEO and President of Aben Resources. I'm Jim Goddard. Our conversation took place on October 16th.
Comments made on Company Showcase are an expression of opinion only and should not be construed in any manner whatsoever as recommendations to buy or sell any financial instrument at any time. Archived online at HowStreet.com. Company Showcase is a production of How Street Media Incorporated.